Hello students, this video on chapter 2 units and measurement. In the previous class we studied about measurement of length, measurement of mass and measurement of time, accuracy, precision and errors in measurements. In today's class let us study about absolute error, relative error and percentage error, and combination of errors in addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and exponent. Let us quickly revise the previous class. Now, in the last class we studied about error, the result of every measurement by any measuring instrument contains some uncertainty. The uncertainty in measurement is called error. The accuracy of a measurement is a measure how close the measured value is to the true value of the quantity. Precision tells us to what limit the quantity is measured. Errors is measurement can be broadly classified as two types: systematic errors and random error. Now, in today's class, let us study about absolute error. The magnitude of the difference between the individual measurement value and the true value of the quantity is called absolute error of the measurement. So, it is the difference between individual measurement and true value of the quantity. So, true value means it is the actual value of the quantity. Individual measurement, what we measuring, that value is individual measurement. So, their differences is, it gives absolute error. It is denoted by modulus of delta A. It is always positive. Now, the errors in the individual measurement value from the true value. Now, suppose the values obtained in several measurements are A1, A2, A3, so on, An. Then their absolute error delta A1 is equal to A1 minus A mean. It's a mean value. Similarly, for the second measurement, delta A2 is equal to A2 minus A mean. So on, n number of trials, delta An is equal to An minus A mean value. The delta A calculated above may be positive or negative, but absolute error, it's a modulus of delta A, will always be a positive. If you are writing in terms of modulus, that means that quantity it should be a positive. You will get the absolute error here, delta A1, delta A2, delta till n number of trial. It might be a positive or negative. But while you are writing in the absolute error, in terms of modulus of delta A, it is always a positive value. Now, here there is a mean value, isn't it? How to take mean? Let us see. The arithmetic mean of all the absolute errors is taken as the final or mean absolute error of the value of the physical quantity A. So, arithmetic mean in the sense we are adding all the absolute error value and then taking the mean value. Now here it is represented by delta A mean. Mean in the sense it's mean value. Thus delta A mean is equal to, we are adding the values of absolute error of individual measurement. Modulus of delta A1 plus modulus of delta A2 till modulus of delta an divided by n number of trial. That we can write it as summation of I is equal to 1 to n modulus of delta ai divided by n number of trial. Here I will takes the value 1 to n. If we do a single measurement, the value we get may be in the range of a mean plus or minus delta a mean. This implies that any measurement of the physical quantity A is likely to lie between a mean plus delta a mean and a mean minus delta a mean. So individual value it will be lies in this range, that is mean value of a plus delta a mean and mean value of a minus delta a mean, that is absolute error. So absolute error, it is a difference between individual measurement and true value of the quantity. Now let us see the second one, relative error. The relative error is the ratio of the mean absolute error. Mean absolute error, it is represented by delta A mean to the mean value. Mean value is represented as A mean of the quantity measured. So relative error is the ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value of the quantity measured. So relative error, that is equal to, it is a ratio of mean absolute error to the true value or arithmetic mean. In terms of expression, we can write relative error is equal to delta A mean divided by A mean. Relative error, it is a ratio of mean absolute error to the true value. Now the third one, percentage error. When the relative error is expressed in percent, it is called a percentage error. When the relative error is expressed in terms of percent, it is called percentage error. It is the product of its relative error with 100. So it is represented as delta A. The percentage error, it is the relative error expressed in percent. So we have to write the relative error statement, that is mean absolute error to the true value, that into 100. The percentage error is represented by delta A, that is equal to mean delta A divided by mean A, that into 100%. Now let us see the combination of errors. If we do an experiment involving several measurements, we must know how the errors in all the measurements combine. For example, density is the ratio of the mass to the volume of the substance. If we have errors in the measurement of mass and of size, we must know what the error will be in the density of the substance. Now here the combination of error, in the sense if the error is combined, the errors are combined in different measurement. So if we are finding a density, we need a ratio of mass to the volume, isn't it? So here we are dividing, to get the density we are dividing mass by volume. So both the quantities having error, then the final result also having some error, isn't it? That is a combination of errors. Then how we can reduce the errors in that case? There is a three types of combination of errors. Error of a sum or a difference, error of a product or a quotient. Third one, error in case of measured quantity rise to a power. Now let us see the first one, error of sum. Now suppose two physical quantities A and B have measured values. Errors of sum. Suppose two physical quantities A and B have measured values A plus or minus delta A, B plus or minus delta B respectively, where delta A and delta B are their absolute errors. Now we wish to find the error in delta Z. In the sum of Z is equal to A plus B. We are adding the two quantities. The two quantities are A and B. Their absolute errors are delta A and delta B. So sum also you are getting the absolute error, that is represented by delta Z. We have by addition. Now we have to do addition. Now Z plus or minus delta Z, that is equal to A plus or minus delta A plus B plus or minus delta B. The maximum. Now we have to equate A plus B plus or minus delta A plus delta B. A plus B is nothing but it's a given condition, given equation, that is Z is equal to A plus B. So replace A plus B into Z plus or minus delta A plus delta B. Now delta Z get cancelled. Therefore delta Z is equal to plus or minus delta A plus delta B. Or we can write delta Z is equal to delta A plus delta B. That is the maximum value of error in delta Z. When two quantities are added, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of the individual errors. So here when the two quantities are added, which are the two quantities here, A and B, when we are going to add it, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of individual errors. Now error of a difference. So in the combination of error, the error of a sum or a difference, in both the case we are getting the same errors. Okay, so we are considering as that is one case, one combination, but while explaining in the slides I am explaining it different. Error of a difference. Suppose two physical quantities A and B have measured values A plus or minus delta A, B plus or minus delta B respectively, where delta A and delta B are their absolute errors. In the subtraction, now Z is equal to A minus B. We have to do the subtraction. Now Z plus or minus delta Z, that is equal to A plus or minus delta A minus B plus or minus delta B. Equate A minus B plus or minus delta A plus delta B. Now Z get cancelled. Delta Z is equal to delta A plus delta B. Therefore, delta Z is equal to delta A plus delta B. when two quantities are subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of the individual errors. So here also it is a sum of individual errors. As I said, the error of difference and error of sum is it is considering as one rule of combination of error. So the rule is when two quantities are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of the absolute errors in the individual quantities. In both the case, the rule is same. When two quantities are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of the absolute errors in the individual quantities. Now let us see the second rule, error of a product or quotient. Suppose we are having measured values a and b, and their errors are a plus or minus delta a and b plus or minus delta b. Now, in case of product, we can write z is equal to a into b. Now substitute the value z plus or minus delta z, that is equal to a plus or minus delta a, that into b plus or minus delta b. Now a into b, isn't it? So the right hand side terms, it will be multiplied. So we will get a into b plus or minus b into delta a plus or minus a into delta b plus or minus delta a into delta b. Now divide LHS by z, left hand side by z and right hand side by ab. Then we have 1 plus or minus delta z divided by z, that is equal to 1 plus or minus delta a by a plus or minus delta b by b plus or minus delta a by a, that into delta b by b. Since delta a and delta b are small value, we shall ignore their products. So here we delta a divided by a, that into delta b divided by b, that terms we are going to ignore. Therefore we are getting delta z divided by z is equal to delta a divided by a plus delta b divided by b, that is maximum relative error. So this is true for division also. If you try z is equal to a by b also, you are getting same value. Whatever I am showing in the previous slides, that is error of sum and error of difference. For it is one rule, but I shown in the two slides, isn't it? So here it is a error of product or quotient. So we got the maximum relative error, delta z divided by z is equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b. This is true for division also. If you try z is equal to a by b, then you will get same error. So hence the rule is when two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of the relative error in the multipliers. When two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of the relative errors in the multipliers. This is true for division also. Now the third rule for error of an exponent. Exponent in the sense power. Suppose a physical quantity a has measured value a plus or minus delta a where delta A is its absolute error. Now here, error in case of measured quantities rise to a power. Then we can write z is equal to A rise to the power p, where p is a constant, that we can write z is equal to a, so on a, that into p times, that we can write z plus or minus delta z, a plus or minus delta a, that into a plus or minus delta a, so on a plus or minus delta a, that into p times. Now that can also be written as delta z divided by z, that is equal to delta a divided by a plus delta a divided by a, so on delta a divided by a p times, as per the product rule for errors. So in general, delta z divided by z is equal to, it's a p times delta a divided by a. If p is negative, then we have to consider the modulus of p is taken, because errors due to multiple quantities gets added up. Now what is the rule for error of an exponent? The relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power p is the p times the relative error in the individual quantity. The relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power p is the p times the relative error in the individual quantity. If it is given in error of an exponent, then you will get its power times the relative error of the individual quantity. So what are the three types of combination of error? Error of a sum or difference, error of product or a quotient, error of an exponent. These are the three combination of errors. And we studied about absolute error, relative error and percentage error. Absolute error means it is the difference between true value of the quantity to the individual measurement value. Relative error, it is the ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value of the quantity measured. Percentage error, the relative error is expressed in percent, then it is called a percentage error. Also we studied about the combination of errors. The first combination, error of a sum or differences. So we have a rule, when two quantities are added or subtracted, the absolute error in the final result is the sum of the absolute errors in the individual quantity. Then the second, error of a product or a quotient. We have a rule, when two quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of the relative error in the multiplier. And the third one, error of an exponent. The relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power p is the p times the relative error in the individual quantity. Thank you, students.